Area info. It's 5 minutes past the hour of 8, as a matter of fact. Yes, we're back to the morning crossfire, the very last 1 hour of the show. I am Sheriff Quadry. You can watch live on Facebook. You can also watch on YouTube. We start again with our Roads to 2023 conversation, where we take a look at the your candidates, people who have put forward themselves in service to you, and we bring them in here every week to have a conversation with you, for you to get to know them better. So when you're casting your ballots come 2023, you are casting with the right knowledge, the right information that you need to make such a huge life deciding decisions, basically. Let's put it that way, because I always say, when people say election is not a do or die affair, but it depends on how you look at it, because your decision can make or mar not just you yourself, even generations unborn. So that's how critical those kind of decisions are, basically. Lagos, welcome to the last 1 hour once again. Let's begin to let you know that I have sitting down in the studio already Comrade Jide Bakare, who is vying for the State House of Assembly on the platform of the New Nigeria's People's Party. He wants to go to the Assembly here in Lagos State to go represent Kosofe 2. Mr. Bakare, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us today.
Good morning, Sheriff. Good morning. It's a bright, beautiful, and wonderful day.
Fantastic. Now, let's begin this way. Now, if you are in the constituency, Kosofe area, Kosofe 2 in particular, and you would love for me to ask some specific questions, please send me those questions. I don't know everywhere in Lagos pretty well. And the only reason why, these individuals are coming through is to, put themselves forward so you can get to know their plans for you. So if you got questions regarding Kosofe 2, please forward them via our live stream on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch live. That's Nigeria Info 99.3 on YouTube and on Facebook. If you're on Twitter, at Nigeria Info FM is a handle, is verified Twitter handle, Nigeria Info FM. Let me know your questions there. If you're on WhatsApp as well, just send your questions to 0809 597 5805 on WhatsApp. That is 0809 597 5805 on WhatsApp. We're going to begin with the basics as to getting to know who Badejoko Bakare is. Who is Badejoko Bakare?
Okay. Thank you so much for this opportunity and platform, Sheriff. I think I want to say this first. A big thanks and thumbs up for you guys for all you've been doing. You've been providing a very strong platform, voice, for young Nigerians, enterprising Nigerians to speak to the nation, engage in critical conversation. So who is Babajide Badejoko Bakare? Babajide Bakare is a young Nigerian, a student leader way back from school, who's been engaged in active community engagements way back from school, OAU. I was a student leader, Christian leader, where we got involved doing a whole lot of change, changing the narrative, changing the dynamic of things, from the days on campus. And even after campus, it's been a whole lot of engagement also in the community, being a part of different NGOs, being a part of different community development initiative, Green Invasion campaign. We're part of Save Nigeria group. We did a whole lot, joint action for good governance, and it's all about the good benefits that governance brings to the people, dividends of democracy. And this is what we've been doing over the years, and particularly for Kosofe 2, which is my adubo. We've been doing a whole lot. You go on the street of Alapere, Demori, Church Street, Agboyi, and ask about the Agboyi youth movement, ask about BYO and what we've been doing. And it's all about getting involved to seek for solutions to community-related issues. things ranging from water, lack of proper borehole water for the community, issues that has to do with the NEPA officials, transformer here today, that tomorrow, a whole lot that we're doing.
Right.
So that's the background. Baba Jide Bakare. I'm also.
Where did you go to school? You just mentioned that you went to OAU. How about your primary school, your secondary school education?
Okay, yeah. I was born on the streets of Alakpere, Ibrahim Street specifically. Started my primary education, Alakpere Primary School. We did all the running up and down there in the days of what they call the cowshed of Babaki Keri, that's Baba Latif Jakonde.
Yeah.
Those were the ones who built the foundation of Lagos. And from there, I've gone, parents moving from different areas, moved all over Lagos, been to Isolo, been to Gege, moved all around Lagos.
Yeah.
And from there also outside of Lagos, I schooled. I had my ND in Osun State Polytechnic.
Okay.
And from there, I went to Obafemi Awolowo University. Then from there, came down to Unilag. I've had my master's there, and a whole lot of things we've done. Had some things to do in Benin Republic also. Served in Borno State, Maiduguri, presently in the days of Ali Modu Sheriff.
Okay.
So I've been around and I've traveled. I've worked in Abuja. I've worked in Kaduna. I'm an auto and fleet professional. Work with some of the top ranking auto companies in Nigeria, and I've had to travel around, because of that. Thank you.
Now, talk to me about Kosofe 2. Which area? Where does it start? Where does it end? Kosofe 2 constituency.
So Kosofe 2 specifically starts from Kosofe 1. That's the entire Kosofe from Oworo, Ifako. But Kosofe 2 specifically from Good Luck part of Ogudu.
Okay.
All the way through the entire Alakpere K2, Alakpere Estate, Apostolic Church, going down to Agboyi 1, Agboyi 2, cross over, Mile 12, Owode Onirin, Odogun, Idera, Irawo, Magodo, Shangisha, Magodo 1, Magodo 2, Omole. Yeah.
Are you
Magodo
kidding?
1, it's all part. Magodo 1, the entire stretch of CMD Road, all the way from Ikosi, Sherry, Maidan, Agility, Akonimodo. It's quite a big.
That's huge.
It's quite a big. Kosofe basically is actually the third largest populated local government in Lagos, and it holds a very key position. I was sharing with some of the people we met over the weekend, one of our mobilization meeting, and telling them about the critical points that we hold in the constituency. We border Ogun State, we border Ikorodu, and we also we are just some minutes away from the highland, third mainland, and then we are here. So it's very strategic. Very strategic to the economy of Lagos.
So I'm going to take you to the party now, New Nigeria's People's Party,
Yes,
the
sir.
ideology of the party,
Yes, sir.
and your own principle as a person.
Yes,
Do
sir.
they align, or is just a means to an end for you?
Wow. I being a very principled person, I'm also a Christian with a strong foundation, particularly along the line of winning by righteousness. A new generation without greed, new breed without greed, radical opposition to corruption. So NNPP is a platform that aligns perfectly with what we are doing. And also for me, we are into this as a team. I have my people in Alakpere, Comrade Wahid Odunuga, Comrade Yaya, Yobami, people that we've been in this together since the days of Ganifa Waimi, CPC. We from there, NCP, National Conscience Party, from there to CPC, we've been together. So it's a team. And for us, it has been about building a movement that is not based on monetization of politics as we have in Nigeria today, where you are buying people's loyalty on money, where you bring in people not because of what they have given back to the community, but because of they can exchange some monies across. They go to meetings and they are sharing 500, sharing a pack of Indomie, sharing a pack of spaghetti. So so those are things that do not align with us. So we are over the years we have built a movement of people who are committed to this, and we've been together for a while, not just like I said over a decade, and we have done wondrous and awesome things. People can go on our different platforms on Facebook and see. Just Google BYO Lagos, and you see what we have done.
What's the meaning of BYO?
Well, BYO was a support group that we came up with in 2015. we were so hopeful.
Support group to who now?
The government of Buhari.
Okay.
We were so hopeful that a lot of things would change. So it was a support group that we came up with, and then we use it to drive lots of initiative, particularly for the government. But it's a whole disappointing episode, and which we want to put behind us and want to just look forward. So we did a whole lot.
Let me ask you that question that I've been saving for for maybe later part of this conversation.
Yes, sir.
And when I got the information I was going to speak with you,
Yes, sir.
I did my own research and I found out. I was told, not like I found out, I was told that you NNPP, especially in Lagos, you are just a front for the APC.
Well, I think that's part of the pun and the joke that's going around. It's sometimes can be
yes or no. Are you a front for
no,
the
we are
APC
not.
or you're not?
It's an emphatic no. We are not. We are not a front for any party. We are standing strongly on the platform of New Nigeria People's Party for a new Nigeria. A new Nigeria, a radical opposition to corruption, a new breed without greed that is going to build the foundation. You see, I was telling, we have a lot of talk session. Okay. And I was telling our people, we thank the present government for what they've done with the Electoral Amendment Act. And apart from that, I tell them that what we've had so far, particularly in terms of election, 2023 is going to be an eye opener. Because so far, when you see them counting election results, Lagos in particular, out of every 10 that you see them count, the 50% out of it, 5 out of it comes in through some very rigged and very, 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 let me save the word. But true means that defy what we talk about and call democracy. Okay. Ballot snatching, ballot snuffing, using cards and getting boys, bribing, and all manner of things. So 2023 is going to be an eye opener. The numbers are going to count. People are getting involved, and they are going to get more involved. And as we go to the polls, you will see truly that the numbers will truly reflect the will and the choice of the people.
I asked you, constituents of Kosofe 2, to send me your concerns and your questions for Mr. Bakare, who is vying to represent you at the State Assembly in 2023. Please, if you're sending me, I've seen some questions here, but you're not specific. Like, tell me your area. For instance, there's an individual here on YouTube who says, we have a big problem in Irawo. We need help. And you did not mention the problem. So it's be very difficult for us to narrow it down to Mr. Bakare here to be able to attend to be able to attempt that your question. We also have an individual who said we lack government, our roads are bad, no water. You did not mention specifically what part of Kosofe Kosofe 2 that you experienced these bad roads and issues like this. Yeah. So please be very specific when you're sending all of these things in, so we can have direct questions and have Mr. Bakare attend these things. But let's continue very quickly. I'd like to talk to you about crime in Kosofe 2, the Mile 12, that area, that axis. Yes, there's been frequent complaints about this. Yes, it may not be your primary concern, but someone who will be representing, who is looking to represent this constituency at the State Assembly, how do you think that criminality can be tackled from the policy side? Okay.
For me, those were part of things I highlighted to actually knock on here this morning. And truly, as you've mentioned, crime, security has been an issue in Kosofe 2. And one that for us, particularly that have been of the different CSOs, NGOs, we've been very disturbed about it. And first thing and foremost, and which I am saying this, generally, putting it on the table of the Lagos State government and all across to their LCDAs and local government chairmen, that there is a failure of leadership at those levels, particularly concerning security. And why am I saying this? Because most of the security issues that we've had, you see them in the Butemeta, mainland, Yaba, and all that, they are cult-related issues. And some of them even come in, via the different NURT, transport workers and all of that. And these are issues that have been on for a long while. So what are we going to do differently when we come on board? What we're going to do differently is simple and straightforward. A general stakeholder meeting that is going to bring every critical members of a community right on the table, and we are going to have bold and very frank discussions. Some of the issues that we had are long-standing issues in the communities that have actually been ringing over and over again. And what you now have are reprisal attacks. A will attack B. For example, in the month of August, in Church Street, Demori, Agboyi Road, area, we were having court attacks almost every other week. These were leading to loss of revenue, loss of time, loss of businesses, and loss of lives. And so many things were being done. So first thing, we're bringing all the critical stakeholders, all the union, all the artisan groups, CDAs, youth association, everybody. We're going to come up. We're going to lock ourselves up and have critical discussion on how we're going to resolve all these long-standing issues.
Right.
That's number one. We will take that part because we believe that peace is the foundation for any development or progress in any community. And once there's no peace, all we'll be doing will just be nothing but dongs in the rubbish. So we're going to have that. Secondly, we understand also because of the rate of unemployment in the society in Nigeria today is adding up to all the insecurity issues we're having. Sharif, you bear witness with me. Walk down any street of Lagos, go mainland, go to come to Island. You see them on the corner of every street. Young boys, young girls, smoking, drugs, and these are big, huge gun. Keg
of gunpowder, right?
Powder that we are sitting on. And look at the indices being released by the NBS concerning our statistics. The unemployment rates going close to about 35%. Those are issues for us. So what are we going to be doing? We tagged what we call 141Y. That's 1,000 1 year, and it's a policy we're going to drive particularly for Kosofe 2. What are we going to be doing? The 21st century digital economy is taking up the whole space. My young boy, my child, we're going to church over the weekend, and he said, "Daddy, I want to be a YouTuber." I said, "Where did you get that one?" He's just 6 years old. He said, "Daddy, I want to be a YouTuber." And I was just wondering, where did you get that mobile worry? So the truth of the matter is this, that it's changing, and so leadership also must come on board and begin to drive those bold conversations. How do we get the youth off the streets? So, like I said, 141Y, we are going to come up with an initiative where we are going to be empowering, not just empowering, we are going to be setting up structure. And the interesting thing, which what's his name was calling you Terry during your show the other time, and I really enjoyed, because these are part of things we've done. Adopt a school, change a school. We're part of GIC, where we are going around and we're doing things for secondary school. We brought in model mentors who were going to secondary school and primary school teaching. And and these were things that inspired.
Well, these were the things that you were doing before.
Yes.
Now,
we've been part of this.
When you get into that office,
yes, sir,
what's the assurance that you would continue?
I would, because obviously this is going to even provide a bigger platform. It's going to provide a bigger platform, and like I was saying, 141Y, that's 1,000 for a year. What we are doing is that for all the constituencies across Kosofe 2, we are bringing in a model, structured and very systemized, where we are going to be empowering, like I said, youths across in different vocational skills, 21st century digital jobs that will equip people, coding, herbs development, those that want to go into vocation, garment making, those that want to go into leather works. We are going to put all this structure because we have done it before. We are going to put all this structure, train them, empower them, and then we have structured processes, systems, and platforms on ground. BI, Bank of Industry is there, the LS ETF is there, and other international bodies that we've had relationships with. We're going to bring them on board, provide platforms, empower people, and get them out of the street so that we can save this country.
Indeed. You have just answered one question with the solution at the same time, talking about how you can tackle the issue of insecurity in Kosofe 2, especially when it comes to youth restiveness, cultism, and the rest of them, urban gang problems. 8:24 is the time. Incidentally, yours is a very huge constituency. So I'm having quite a number of questions come through. One person is sending me like 5 questions for only you alone. So just even though you've answered a number of his questions, but let me just reel.
Okay.
How will he handle the issue of bad roads all over Kosofe? Number 2, we have Agberos collecting money from vehicle on the streets. How will that be tackled? Number 3, K2 linking Alakbere Road was destroyed and work abandoned for so long. What will be his policy to stop such from recurring? And he wants to know the timeline for road construction. Let me put a disclaimer out there so we don't waste time. You're vying to be a lawmaker.
Yes,
You're not vying to be the local government chairman or the governor even. So some of these questions maybe you give answers from the policy side of things.
Yes, sir.
And mobilization area of things. I'm still going to come to you in terms of constituency engagement and constituency projects that you have in mind, even though you've shared some. But because of time, let's not attempt those questions for now. So what I'm going to do right now, because of time, so we don't get cut off, because we are like 20 seconds away from. Please put down this question as well. Okay. This person wants to know, Irawo has no motorable road and portable water, and with a ban on Okada, the people are really going through hell. Peter says, what are you going to do about the bad roads and portable water in Irawo? Okay, let's keep those 4 questions now, right?
Okay.
We're going to head out. Let's take this break. Lagos. We'll be right back. Stay here.
With the latest news and trending conversations here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Don't tell people you've added weight. Why are you losing weight?
Yeah.
Eating. No, it's not your business.
That money, the pass is good. That finally.
We should be patient and pray to God that God is going to answer our prayer.
Please, this is not all about prayer. It's not like everything is not prayer. That is Nigerian mentality. It's not finding happiness in your home. You pray.
Your number 1 station for talk. Let's talk.
What gave you the audacity? I say, what gave you the temerity? Oga contractor, why all this big grammar today? Don't mind this yes site manager. I tell him, say from now on, he must to wait for me to come open all the Lafayette cement bags before them begin work. Him not the year work. Oga, you self want up better inside the Lafarge win better season 1 promo. See you. Who not like better thing? Yes, so Lafarge win better season 1 promo don't land from now till October 2022. When you buy Lafarge cement, check inside the bag for your scratch card. Scratch am, anything you see, now your luck be that. If you see recharge card, top up your airtime instanta. But if you see tear rubber car, keke, TV, generator, industrial fan, DSTV, Go TV, bag of rice, and other better things, call the number on top your scratch card. We go deliver your gift to you sharply. Oh yeah, call your retailer, begin buy Lafarge cement, make you the win the go. See posters for more tori. Terms and conditions apply, sha. Lafarge, building progress for people and for we planet.
Oh yes, invest in your child today. Give them a head start for the future with the Adron Homes Young Landlord Sales Offer. Enjoy 30% discount on a full plot of land, plus a flexible payment plan of up to 24 months when you subscribe. And there's more. As a young landlord, your child gets educational and stationery giveaways such as school bags, study furniture set, lunch box sets, educational tablets, or a shopping voucher during this sales offer. The Young Landlord Sales Offer is available for all our estates nationwide. For inquiries, call
070-814-70535 or 090-999-55509.
Terms and conditions apply. Adron Homes, making the incredible affordable.
Make you believe I will plenty. You say if you follow enjoy the wonderment of the FIFA World Cup for Qatar with Coca-Cola. Summer any Coca-Cola product we get white cover. Check under the counter. You go see simple code. Dial *8014 *1 code hash to join. Make yourself get chance jollificate for free. You fit win a with all expense paid trip to the FIFA World Cup for Qatar. Hey! Even 250 million naira gidigba airtime also dey to win. Instanta. Terms and conditions dey sha o. Coca-Cola na the official partner of the FIFA World Cup. Na FCCPC approve this promo.
Babe, could you renew my Airtel data subscription?
Of course, darling. Anything for you. All you see is me sobbing for babe. But
Important things in life are powered by data. Dial *141# to choose any data plan that works for you.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Progress no go happen if planning all day. National development plan. They tell Nigeria people say progress through planning. Give us good infrastructure. Progress through planning. With health, poverty, and innovation. Progress through planning. Give us better security. Progress through planning. Prosperity for everybody. Progress through planning. National Development Plan 2021 to 2025. We fit achieve our target if we all implement them well and work together. Because plan progress through planning. Progress through planning. Give us good governance. Progress through planning.
For more information on top the National Development Plan 2021 to 2025, make you visit www.natdevplan.ng. This message now from the Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning. National Development Plan. Progress through planning.
Every picking love Bobo. Healthy current drink Bobo. Every time, everywhere Bobo. Bobo our choice. For them grown ups, choose better sweet yogurt. Yummy creamy yogurt. Probiotics healthy yogurt.
Bobo na that fine better pikin drink. We get plenty vitamins and minerals to make our pikins them they sharp, bright, fine and healthy. It get different flavors and they available for shops nationwide. Yogo yogurt, now that sweet, fine, better, yummy, tasty, creamy yogurt where they make specially for you with plenty vitamins and minerals plus ogbonge probiotics for your good health. It get different flavors and they available everywhere nationwide. Them be product of Bobo Foods and Beverages.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
The nation's number one talk station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Road to 2023 is what you're listening to. This week, this is our first edition of Road to 2023. Tomorrow, we'll have our second edition of Road to 2023. We have a gentleman from the SDP coming through tomorrow. Today, we have a gentleman from the New Nigeria People's Party, Comrade Jide Bakare, Kosofe Constituency 2 candidate on the platform of the NNPP, who is here in the studio with me, Mr. Bakare. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sheriff.
Let's start with the questions that you got, 4 of them. Please make it brief, straight to the point, because the phone lines are now open, officially open for your constituents to call you.
Okay. Once again, thank you. People of Kosofe Constituent 2, thank you for all the engagements and for the feedback. Let me quickly run in Irawo, Idera, Odogun, Owode. The issues are right on our table. We've had different meetings, engagements with people across those places. The issues about roads, the issue about no water, the issue about no drainage, and all these issues and how they affect. Yes, some of these issues are executive related issues for the local government chairman, for the state government. But what we are going to do using the instrumentality of the law is that we're going to put more than enough pressure, put our people together across all the CDAs and ensure that we have a direct contact with whosoever is sitting on the seat of the governor of Lagos to address these issues and put a timeline to them. Now, for example, the road linking from Alakpere all the way to Demorin, connecting K2, we know for almost 2 years now they've been on it. This is a major road that connects people from Island to Ikorodu to My 12 to every axis around that place. And it's pitiable that just about less than about 6 months or so to election, we are still on this matter. So we are going to use everything that we can lay our hands on, force, engagements, conversation. We are going to drive it across all boards that we ensure that they give the necessary attention to these infrastructures and they get them fixed.
All right, that's said. Let's take another one here. For constituents, Kosofe 2, and you have questions, 0700 993 993 993. and 01465 for the ladies. I have Ned here from Mirawo who says I should ask you who is bankrolling you.
Okay. I think that's a very interesting question.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so first thing,
and it's valid.
Yeah, it is valid. It is true. So first thing and foremost, which I mentioned earlier, we are into this as a team. Okay. I'm not running alone. We have a team that we have been together for close to going to about 2 decades. We've been together and we've been doing a whole lot, particularly in the area of community engagement and community relations. So one is that I'm not alone. So we're going in as a team. Nobody's bankrolling me. I'm coming in the interest of the people. Sharif, let me mention this. And part of the issues we've had in Kosofe too, and even across Lagos is that we have had representatives of the people who come into the place of governance because they are loyal to individuals. They are loyal based on some money bags, and they come in. So when they come in, their loyalty is not to the community. Neither is their loyalty to the interest of the people. And because of that, we have had a disconnect, and which is part of what is the issues and the dangers of our democracy, a disconnect between the people and their representatives. So I'm saying this, me and Mama Dubo. You go around, ask about Jide Bakare, ask about Wahid Odunuga, ask about Yaya, ask about Ayobami, ask about Tosin, ask about our people. I walk the street of Kosofe, Ikosi, Ketu, Alakpere. So we are going into this, based on an intentional strategy, purpose, and vision to come in and bring about the change the narrative, and bring about pragmatic and bold plans into action for the people of Kosofe.
Let me go to the telephone line now. When we return, I will talk about how you have analyzed your Okada ban in your area. Yes, in your area in particular. Okay. Let's talk about that, but let's take a few calls. 0700 993 993 993. Good morning to you. Morning. Talk to me. We move on now. Talk to me. Okay, let's move on. Nigeria Info, good morning to you. Good morning. Are you here?
Hello?
Yes, please, good morning to you.
Hello?
We can hear you. Morning.
Good morning. My name is Bello.
Welcome, Bello.
I'm actually calling from Mile 12.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I've so far listened to what the guests have spoken.
Okay.
And I really love it, and it is my prayer that by the time he gets into the office, he do exactly as he promised. And I promise him personally that I will try to reach out to my kinsmen here in my church to explain everything he has promised.
Thank you so much, Mr.
And
Bello.
on that day, personally, I will be able to vote for him.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bello. I have our people in my 12. I'll be reaching out to you. Don't worry. I will get your contact.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Let's take another call. Good morning to you. Morning. Good morning. We're off. Let's take another one. Nigeria Info, good morning to you.
Hello?
Yes, good morning to you.
Yeah, morning to you, Quadry. Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you very much. I want to thank you for your honesty. Admitting that the support you give to the government, but what you expected.
Do you have a question?
My question: when you get there by God's grace, yes, I hope you will not jump ship and say, "Oh, your community or your people ask you to jump ship." I hope you will not do that.
The question of decamping after getting into office. That's what he's asking. Let me speak to Etim. Etim, hi. Good morning.
Sir, am I in the program?
Yes, you're live now. Yes, you're on now. Yes, go on, Etim, go on.
Okay, I stay in K2.
Okay, all right.
Yes, I've been in that area for over 20 years now.
Okay.
The issue I'm having there is that the inner road, the inner street is very, very bad.
I know.
Especially a place like Balogulawe. Balogulawe.
I know.
Several times they have been doing some other streets, but that particular street is the one that leads from estate in every other part of the street in the area there, which is the one of the major streets in there. And they have not been touched for over 20 years.
The now. Inner roads.
Yeah.
The
inner streets.
Yeah, I know. Etim, thank you. We'll speak to Sam, then you can attend this concerns. Morning to you, Sam.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, please.
Our guest, good morning, sir.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Okay. I'm happy to talk to you. We have a lot of issues, like you have said. in Agboyi Ketu.
Yes, sir.
Particularly along that Demurin Road.
Yes, sir.
The work has been going on for a very long time.
Yes, sir.
And the courties in along that area too, Biola bus stop. If you go from place to place, so a place like what do you call Amino Street.
Yes, sir.
Even on Sunday morning, meet all of them drinking and smoking. As a lawmaker, what are you going to do to stop all this? And what is the immediate something that should be done to ease the transportation problem along that the morning now? In fact, last Sunday I trekked from Biola to Ketu bus stop because there was no vehicle and no Okada.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, sir. Well noted, sir.
So let me say this, that I know quite a bit about Kosofe too. I stayed, somewhere around town, so I'm very aware of the very bad state of internal roads there. So let's go with the
Sheriff. Again, these are sad realities of the governance we have had at the local level. We constantly have this conversation amongst ourselves, and was part of the reason why, as a team, we've always been in the back end providing. We just do support group. We look for credible, and we say, look, let's support. And this time around, we came together and we said, we've had enough of this. It's time for us to step out. It's time for us to step in, and it's time for us to get involved. And because of that, all these issues we are having are issues that we are fully and we are well aware of them. No roads, no water. Those are and the reality, like I said earlier, Kosofe holds the third most populated local government in Lagos. We have after Limosho, apart from that, we have the highest number of polling units, almost close to about 900 in Lagos. And that tells you about what we deliver in terms of numbers and vote to whatever government that comes into place.
Right.
And so what we are going to do this time around, like I mentioned, is that we are not just on the social media. We are right on the streets of Kosofe, in Alakpere and in Ikose.
We are grassroots.
We are grassroots. And what we are doing is that we are going to ensure that we continue. We've started our mobilization drive. Campaign has not started, but we've started our mobilization. Mobilization is just you having meetings across
here and
streets
there
and all that. And we will continue. We will sensitize, we mobilize our people, youth, women, groups, CDAs, artisans, get them well conscientious, as in out, so that they all get involved, and we take this narrative so that we all get involved to change this. And like I said, yes, what we are going in for are legislative rules, but yes, there are instruments of the laws that can also be put in place to help to drive this. So particularly for the infrastructure, we are going to put in place things that we have to put all the LCDAs and local government chairman, put them on the spot, particularly for those based on what they are receiving as allocation, about the state of their roads. About the state of their roads. Very interestingly, you have some of these local government, they still flaunt sharing money, all around in the name of doing party to their party loyalists. While infrastructure they're dying and people are suffering for it.
Let me talk to you about this issue of insecurity. This is what I have most here on WhatsApp. If I look through Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, perhaps I would have them as well. People are saying that insecurity is rife. Someone said that in my 12 area, there's hardly a week that there won't be clashes and there won't be someone being murdered in cold blood. The other person said that there's hardly a day where there won't be some kind of chaos or confusion. He mentioned the area, I think my 12 area as well.
Okay, Sheriff, on this again, like I said, we fully understand what is on ground and what is happening. And like I mentioned to you, in August, it was so bad, July, August. Practically twice a week, you hear this one has been dropped, this one is dead, and all that in this area, and all these killings, murdering, and all of that. And for one, being in the area, I've come to understand that over the years, there's been long-standing issues, friction points, across. Some of them at the point we're getting to become ethnic. There's a mile 12, Hausa community, and sometimes there's the clashes, with the mile 12 boys, and some of them are cult related. And what I have discovered and observed over the years is that the leadership in place have failed, particularly in bringing all
these parties together,
bring them on the table, and have very detailed, very frank, bold conversations with all of them. And whatever the friction points at different points, because some of them are reprisal attacks. This will happen, there will be a reprisal attack. And like I said, if the state government, if they do not rise up and stem this in the tide, let's not have an ugly situation of what we have presently in the north central, part of the country. So we need to bring everybody, stakeholders, CDA chairman, youth association, women association, artisans, unions, this, that, everybody, bring them on the table. We lock ourselves up wherever we're going to have the meeting. We lock ourselves up and we will. What are the issues? How do we address them? Who are these and who are that? What is this? In the Yoruba parlance, they talk about that if your fence is not broken, lizards will not come into your house. And so, because of that, what we've had is so much that there are so much holes, broken all over, and we even have sometimes there are issues about people coming from outside and then having issues, even in the community. So all of these we have to bring on the table and we have to address them. And once we do that, like I said, that's more like a political solution.
Yeah.
Then we now go back to, okay, how do we take the youth off the streets? How do we solve the issue of unemployment? How do we engage
which you have mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Let's go take a few more calls and hear from your from the constituents.
Yes, sir.
Kosofe Constituency 2. Let's see. Please turn off your radio if you're calling me, and please, when you call, once I pick, go straight to the point and let me know your thoughts, your questions. We will not wait for too long for you to say a word. Good morning to you. Yes, please.
My name is Robert.
Mr. Robert, welcome.
I don't know the name of your guest.
You joined late then.
I joined lately, yes.
You joined late. I will mention his name. Do you have a question, or I should just?
I want to speak to him, please. Can you tell me his name?
Oh, please go on. He's here. He's listening to you.
Okay. My name again, Bakare Babajide Omaduko Lawao. If you go to Agboyu Road, Church Street.
Mr. Bakare.
Yes, sir.
Welcome. I wish you success. But the only thing I want to tell you is that, Sheriff said you have lived in your area.
Yes, sir.
When you get there, don't forget Sheriff for our band.
I've been listening to Sheriff for over 10 years
Joga. Let me speak with Clement. Clement, hi. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Morning to you.
Good morning. This is Mr. Rotimi and Mr. Clement Ipelaja.
Welcome.
I'm a cancer patient.
Welcome.
I've been calling you for the five months now.
Welcome.
I need assistance, please.
Go on. We're listening to you. We're listening.
I need the assistance.
Okay.
I need assistance. I've worked more than a year now. I've worked. No work with me. Nothing. Everything in my house scatter. I'm a family of six. No work. Nothing. My wife no do anything. Me too no do anything.
Okay.
I'm just they beg people to eat. I need assistance, please. I'm a cancer patient and I'm ready now.
All right. That is noted. Thank you, Mr. Clement, for calling. Nigeria Info will start. Let me talk to you about the Okada ban.
Okay.
Your LGA, if I'm not wrong, is part of the latest 4.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
How do you see this ban?
Okay, so there are two sides to this. Obviously, like we mentioned about the issue of the insecurity, court attacks. And the truth of the matter, obviously, is the Okada has obviously been one of the the easiest ways for some of those people.
The tools that they use.
The tools that they use
to strike and to get away.
Strike and to get out fast. Yeah. In some ways, you want to thank the government for that. Then, on the other part also, because also as a government will have both a face for whatever we are deciding as a policy and also a one face that has the human face that we can engage. The truth of the matter is that what are the solutions that we're going to have? The government talks about the last mile, the last quarter mile. People get down. We are coming from island, get down at estate, drop at toll gates, drop at secretariat. Yeah. Those coming down from Ikorodu, drop at What are the provisions we are making?
To take them from
those
into
the inner street, because those are very critical questions that we must find solutions to. The coropes, the maruas that they are providing, obviously on ground now are not sufficient and they are not enough. So what do we need to do? And these are things that we are all obviously going to take back to the government so that we can provide sufficient means that will take people, provide solutions for their transportation means.
Well, Fred is saying here on Facebook that government have succeeded in stopping Okada operations and did not make any provision for an alternative. I was robbed yesterday evening when coming from work. Fred, sorry about that situation.
Very sorry about
really sorry. Good morning to you. Please turn off your radio. Call me back once you've done that. Good morning to you. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, please. Good morning to you. Yes. We can hear you. Go on.
Hello?
Yes, go
Hello,
on. We can hear you.
Bola.
Welcome, Bola. Welcome.
I'm calling from Ikorodu. I've lived in good morning, guest.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Please, sir, my question is that I don't know whether you know the road from Agility that leads to Magodo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That road there, I know the community have tried to rig the government for so many years.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what you guys have to do with that road, and the road is too bad, and you know that Agility road, that Agility, they are closed, and the security for that Agility, no police at all. They are just building the police here for that. They just have to build that police here.
Thank you, Bola. I mean, again, the question of road.
Let
me take another call very quickly because we are almost out of time. Morning to you. Okay, that's gone. We'll squeeze in this one, hopefully. Good morning to you. Morning.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning to you.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Welcome.
So please, I'm at the hospital, FNC.
Okay.
I was brought here. I was brought here on the 29th of May, unconscious. Before I finally woke up after 4 days, I woke up. So, at the process of waking up, I was weak. So I stayed days on bed. And then my husband carried me out, so I put food there. He cleans it. But finally, I now got bed sore because he has no experience of turning me. So as a sort of staying one side of the bed.
Quickly.
I had bed sore. So I suffered that bed sore from that May, June till this time around. So I've been at the hospital taking treatment because the bed sore.
All right.
The problem was so deep.
All right.
The wound was so deep. Very deep. I was smelling.
I'm sorry for your situation, but we don't have enough time for that, right? Mr. Bakare, we need to go right now. I'd like to wish you best of luck, honestly. And I'd like to also enjoin other candidates in Kosofe too to step forward. The platform is available to everybody, to come through. If you have what it takes to speak to your people, your constituents, and this is applicable to other local government areas as well in Lagos. Next week, we're having a governorship candidate on the show. On Monday, we're having a presidential candidate on the show. Tomorrow, we have a House of Assembly candidate on the show as well. Mr. Bakare, how can people reach out to you for your constituents? I want them to bombard you very well with their problem.
Already we are bombarded already. And I think even from the feedback here, it's obvious we need to declare a state of emergency, particularly for roads, for our water, and then for security in Kosofe. I hope the people in government...
They can find you on social media.
Yeah, they can find me on social media. You can find us, Jide Bakare NG on Twitter. Jide Bakare NG Nigeria on Twitter, on Facebook, Jide Bakare.
Okay.
On Facebook.
Thank you so much for joining us. We have to go now. Many thanks to my team who put this together. Always sleepless people. I'm Sheriff Quadry. I'll see you tomorrow at 5. Daily Digest is next. Good morning to you.
And I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running late to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat? this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
What should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those that need to be fired are fired.
It's looking like a brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that. I'm not a